Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to do a video that I've been planning for a very long time. This has been a while in the works. I love watching product empties videos because I think it gives a real review, because clearly the product is empty and then it's just like, would I buy it again? Would I not buy it again? Sometimes it takes a very special product to say, I definitely can't live without that. I definitely need to buy that again. Whereas others it's like, meh, I finished it, but not crazy about it. So I have a huge bag of stuff that I have finished. I'm just gonna get going into it. So as you know, I wear a lot of makeup, so I need some good stuff in order to take my makeup off. I'm almost a bit religious about it now. Like, even if I'm really drunk, I still come in and take full face of makeup off, full moisturizing, whatever. So these things that I'm waving around in my hand are the key to that to start with. So this is the Garnier Micellar water. I have the pink bottle, but I know they have several different versions now. I think this is the original one. This is for kind of normal and sensitive skin. What I do is on a cotton bud or in 2 cotton buds, I put it on, I wear quite a lot of eye makeup and just hold it over your eyes for maybe 10-20 seconds and then just start to rub it in slowly, and it just completely dissolves off your makeup. And another one, so that's kind of a nice kind of budget version if you want to go a bit more luxury, or you wear a lot of makeup like I do. I really like the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I have one empty one here, but I have used this a lot. I think this is about my 2nd or 3rd one actually. It's like a lard consistency. It doesn't smell of anything, so you feel like you've actually got like a really kind of cheap product, but actually because it's so kind of stripped back, there's no fragrance, there's no nothing, it just your makeup just dissolves off. So even if you've got like heavy lipstick on, heavy mascara, this will really help just dissolve everything off, and it does a really beautiful job, and your skin comes away actually feeling really nice and clean as well. This is such a good makeup remover as well if you want that as part of your routine. This is another one which it does remove makeup, especially if you don't wear very much. So if I'm just having a very light makeup day, then this will take it off, but it's also a really beautiful cleanser. I've got like the standard size and like the large size. So this is the Earle Cleanse and Polish. Loads of people absolutely rave about this. Everybody will be able to use this probably. They kind of developed it for kind of all skin types. It's got some really fantastic ingredients in it. I really like this particularly when I'm having really dry skin, which isn't very often, but sometimes I do. It's just super gentle. I don't use it all the time. I flip between this one and another one I'm going to show in a minute, because I feel like sometimes I just need something a bit more deep cleansing because I have quite an oily T-zone. But as a really great everyday morning and night cleanser that's not going to dry you out, that's going to just kind of really lovely clean your skin, this is such a beautiful product, and they sell it in Boots now, which is really good. So the other cleanser that I use a lot, and I have 2 empties of these as well, is the Kiehl's, I can never say this word, Calendula Deep Cleansing Foaming Face Wash, and this is for normal to oily skin types, which is exactly what I am. So I was on the hunt for like the perfect cleanser for a really long time, and I'm still on that hunt, but this one is so good for me. I feel like it really helps kind of deep cleanse kind of my kind of oily areas without drying out my normal area, if that makes sense. So in that respect, I think it really works. Like I said, I flip between this one and the Earle. This is a really good one. It's more pricey, but it's certainly not like super high-end skincare. I think with skincare, you do get what you pay for, but then I think there's a balance of a little bit more than like budget stuff because the ingredients and the product is better. However, you do not need to spend like designer prices, especially because you like use it a lot and you don't want to have to spend that like every month. So whereas with makeup, a lot of the designer stuff like lasts a really long time, like powders and things like that. So you can maybe justify the price a little bit more, but not necessarily for skincare. I realised as I've been filming this video that I haven't actually been doing what I said I was going to do at the beginning, which was tell you if I'd buy it again. Oh well. I mean, generally, if I've used it, unless I've said otherwise, I would buy it again. So that's kind of the rule that I'm taking so far. So far, everything that I've shown you, I would absolutely buy it again, and I have bought it again. More cleansers to show you are balm cleansers. So this is a different, so the Earle is like a white kind of cream, almost like a moisturizer kind of consistency. The Calendula from Kiehl's is like a gel, like a clear gel, and these are like a balm, so you know, a bit like the Clinique Take the Day Off balm. These are both sample sizes. So I have the Emma Hardie Moringa cleansing balm and the Eve Lom cleansing balm. The Emma Hardie one I thought was pretty good, but it was certainly nothing to rave about. It did a really, really good job, but I didn't feel like it did anything over and above what I would have expected it to, if that makes sense. And I actually used this kind of the Eve Lom one quite a while ago, and this one is beautiful. It is so good. So if you've got really dry skin, I can imagine this being like super good. It takes all your makeup off as well, so then it's kind of does everything. Just leaves your skin feeling like super clean, but like soft and silky, and it's just gorgeous. And the only reason why I haven't bought it again is because it's really expensive. And it's actually quite often I would walk past it on duty free and just kind of look at it and be like, is it today? Is it going to be today where I buy it? And then I never do. But I think I will at some point one day. But at the moment, my skin's reacting really well to what I have. So once I've used up what I've got, I may very well treat myself. Yeah, it's like 55 quid for 100 mils, so it is a lot. For Liz Earle, you got £15 versus 55 for Eve Lom. So it's really, really nice, but it's really expensive. I'm a total and utter like face mask junkie, so I've got a couple of face masks that I've actually got in my kind of top face mask video, but also used it up. So one of them is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. They have a new packaging, I think now it doesn't look like this anymore. It smells a bit funky now, but it does smell absolutely gorgeous, and you go on at night when you go to bed with just this kind of really rich moisturizer going onto your face, and it's just gorgeous. The other one that I've used up is the Sand and Sky Detoxifying and Brightening Mask. Now this is the kind of pink clay one that kind of goes white as you put it on. It's my favorite mask of all time. I've already bought another one and I'm halfway through it. It's expensive, but completely worth it. I think it really brings out everything in your pores, and then it comes off really easily. With a charcoal mask, you have to really scrub to get it off, whereas this comes off really beautifully. So this is a really, really nice face mask. I really like it. So next I have quite a few products and serums from The Ordinary, but the high spreadability fluid primer, it was okay. I wouldn't rave about it. I certainly wouldn't buy it again. It kind of smelled a bit funky, and I've got other primers that I think are working a little bit better for me anyway. Something that I absolutely cannot live without, and I've gone through two of these, the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. I genuinely think my skin is in the best condition it's been in for as long as I can remember, and I think it's the hyaluronic acid that's really, really helping. It's continual, consistent use, and I use hyaluronic acid in like other things as well, so that kind of helps, but it just feels kind of plumper and kind of more youthful than my age actually is. So I'm really, really happy with this. I use this all the time and will continue to use it, and it's a really, really cheap yet high quality option for getting just some great ingredients into your skin. Some of the other serums that I've used up is the Buffet serum. I've got another one that I'm actually finishing off at the moment. It's really, really good. It kind of works very similarly to the hyaluronic acid, to be honest. So for me, I think I'll just carry on using the hyaluronic acid and kind of use other serums. Probably wouldn't repurchase it again, but it is really, really good, and it's got loads of really great ingredients in it. So maybe you just don't need both. I'm preferring the hyaluronic acid. And then the other one is the Niacinamide 10% zinc 1%. So this is really good for kind of for pores, and I have a lot of blackheads, and I think this has really helped kind of control that a little bit. My skin will never ever be as perfect as I want it to be. I'm still going to have issues with pores and blackheads, but I really do think this has helped kind of keep them at bay and make them not as big or as many as I definitely have had in the past. I really do think that the niacinamides help. If you've got kind of oily, large pores, then I definitely invest. Well, I say invest, it's like 5 quid. So I forgot to mention one other product from The Ordinary, which is the High Adherence Silicone Primer. I completely loved this and raved about it when I first used it, and I do still really, really like it. I think it does a really good job kind of on my cheeks. It is quite sticky and tacky, but if that doesn't bother you, then it's a really good primer. The other thing is moisturizers. So I used to think I had really dry skin, so I used to buy really thick moisturizers. So this is the Origin Make the Difference Plus Ultra Rich Rejuvenating Cream. It's super thick and super rich, and it's a really lovely moisturizer. I really didn't need it. I didn't need a moisturizer that was that thick. But if you have super dry skin, or actually this would be really good as a night cream, then I would really recommend it. Generally the Origins and their products are really good. So I personally won't buy this again because I generally don't need something that's that thick, and actually it made my skin look kind of greasy, which is fine when you're going to bed, but like when you're using that as a makeup base, it's not the best. So I'll give that a miss. The other ones I tried was the Elemis Pro-Collagen Marine Cream, Anti-Wrinkle Day Cream. I thought it was okay. I thought it just was a fine moisturizer. It wasn't too thick. It was a really nice base for makeup. I actually do other stuff when it comes to anti-aging, like serums, etc. So I don't need my moisturizer to do that. So I probably wouldn't pay the price tag of Elemis for that, for my moisturizer. This other one is the, I can never say this name, Movskia Balancing Moisturizer. Again, it was a really nice one. I think the packaging's not that great. So it's glass. It looks really pretty and it's really nice. But then to get to the bottom of the moisturizer is not ideal. It's in a pump, which is quite nice, but then you can't, I don't know, you can't get to the end of it, which I think is a shame, especially because it's quite expensive. Again, it was okay, but I wouldn't buy it again. I also have the Clinique the Clinique Moisture Surge, and generally I've got really into like gel moisturizers recently because I feel like it hydrates and moisturizes my skin but doesn't make me look like a grease ball, and this is a really good option for that. So I actually have another one that I'm preferring, so wouldn't buy this but would consider it one day. And then the other one I have, this looks a bit funky, is the Dr. Jar Earle. So like Lily Pebbles raves about this, and it is really good. So this is the Dr. Jar Ceramidin cream, and basically it's quite a thick cream, but it doesn't feel like it, whereas the Origin ones felt like quite thick on the skin. This one has that kind of thick, rich consistency, but doesn't kind of feel like overloaded on your face. I used it a lot as a night cream and I thought it was really nice. Would definitely buy this again, but like I said, the one I'm using at the moment is a lot better and kind of more suited to me at the moment. Next, a few bits and pieces of kind of body shower care, blah blah. All of the stuff I've got is from Under the Stories, which if you don't know it, it's a brand from H&M. So it's a Swedish brand. I discovered it when I was living here in Denmark, and they didn't have any, or at least that I knew of when I was living in the UK, but I know they have them in London, they have one in Leeds now. So they're starting to get more of a global presence, and their clothes are fantastic. I love all of their stuff, but their kind of body and makeup is also really good. So they have these kind of collections of, you know, shower gel, you know, all the, you know, or body scrub, all the kind of same stuff, but they have different scents, and each scent has its own complete set. So you can find a scent that works really nicely for you. So I've gone through several of the body washes. So I've gone through, what's this one called? 7th Avenue, which is really nice. It is layers of dark tonka rises over sweet suede something. Okay, that doesn't really describe it, but it does smell really good. Havana Blues I really like as well. I quite like kind of almost a musky, masculine kind of smell. So this is actually kind of quite tobacco-y, with jasmine and lemon, and it sounds weird, but well, the smell is well gone now, but Havana Blues is really nice. And then this one I've really been enjoying the summer. So this is Topanga Waves, which is basically coconut and pineapple scented, and it is gorgeous. You literally feel like you've been at the beach. I've also got a couple of other recommendations. So I have used the Body Souffle, which is nice, but it's just like any other moisturizer. I think it's probably not worth the cash, but if you really like the scents, then it does a really, really nice job. Another one scent that I really, really like here is the Pearl de Coco, which basically smells like vanilla and caramel, and it's just really, really nice. So really recommend that scent as well. But I think my favorite is the body scrub. Now, I don't have one to show you. I actually watched a video with Kate Levy, and she was describing it as like a chewy consistency, and she's totally right. Yeah, it's like an exfoliating scrub, but it's also quite moisturizing and chewy, and they have all the same scents as the rest of the range, and it is so, so good. You feel like you've had a really good like body scrub, but you haven't like ripped your skin off, and it's really quite gentle, and they smell incredible. Get your hands on them, they are so, 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 so good. So I really like Aussie products. I think their shampoos and their conditioners are really, really good. I personally prefer the volume shampoo. I really think I have a lot of hair, but it's actually fairly fine, and I think the volume really, really helps. I wouldn't buy the Miracle Moist shampoo again, but I use the Miracle Moist conditioner, which is what I have in my shower at the moment, and it is really, really great, especially if you've got dry hair. I have actually just had my hair colored, actually just yesterday, so actually maybe to kind of protect kind of dry and colored hair, this is a good option, but generally I think their products are really, really good. Some other hair products that I absolutely cannot live without is Batiste dry shampoo. I have the Divine Dark. I just think they do have a white cast, so which is why I use the dark one, particularly because I use it on my roots. Otherwise, I think these are fantastically priced and really good value for money. Next, this is a bit more of a splurge. So when I was younger, I didn't do a lot of research into what I buy. I would be like, I want salty, beachy, wavy hair. So I would just go to Boots and just grab one that was like on offer or that kind of looked cool from the packaging. And I always got like that, you know, it's like crusty. So it's like a weird hairspray, and it smells maybe really nice, but it kind of just looks kind of crusty and old. The Bumble and Bumble is a great brand anyway. I love a lot of their stuff, but the Surf Spray is so good. You get that kind of beachy texture, salty spray hair, but without the crustiness. It looks like you've just walked off the beach. I love this stuff, especially when you're trying to get like kind of waves, a little bit like what I've got today. You can pile it on to give it kind of a real look, or I just kind of spray a little bit, almost in a replacement of a hairspray, just so that it gives a bit of texture. So it's salt enriched for sexy, windswept, beachy texture, and it is so, so good. It's a bit expensive. It's about 20 quid, 25 quid for a bottle. If you want that kind of look, then this does it really easily. So this is a great, great salt hairspray. But another hair care option that I forgot to mention, I have two because I've got kind of two little sample sizes with various things, is the Moroccan oil, and this is the original kind of Moroccan oil treatment. I used it, especially, I haven't used it in a long time, so I haven't repurchased it recently, but now that I've got some color back in my hair, I probably will. And it's so good at just kind of protecting kind of dry ends and kind of keeping it all feeling kind of nourished and silky, especially if you've got really dry hair. If you don't have dry hair, this may feel a little bit greasy for you, but if you've got colored or dry hair, then this is really, really good stuff. And you only need a tiny, tiny amount. Just kind of warm it up in your hands and kind of run it through. I put it on wet hair, just so that it kind of really soaks in when it's drying, but you could probably put it on dry hair as well. And this is really, really, really good stuff. And so lastly, I have like just a few makeup bits to share as well. The first one is the Fleur de Force Eyebrow Define, I think it's called. Brow Define in medium. And this has kind of a light side and a dark side. What I typically did is I actually only used the darker end. And although I thought that this formula was really, really nice, really creamy, really easy to use, I just felt like it didn't last very long, to be honest. I also haven't really got into this kind of lighter than darker. I haven't really perfected that. The Anastasia Brow Wiz, which is what I'm using at the moment, lasts a lot longer than that. I'm talking too much. It lasts a lot longer. That's what I'm kind of using, and it has a spoolie on the end of it and kind of one color, which is kind of a better combination for me rather than have two different colors and no spoolie. I love Fleur, I really, really do. It's a beautiful pencil. I just probably won't buy it again. I have a couple of foundations as well. I have the Makeup Forever HD foundation. My shade is are 3300. This is a really, really beautiful foundation. It's quite light coverage. It's not that full coverage, and I do quite like a full coverage, but highly, highly recommend it. It's really, really beautiful. Will I buy it again? I don't know. Probably. The other one that I have is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I love, love, love this foundation. I will definitely buy this again. I generally love to try new foundations. So at the moment I've got Fenty foundation and the YSL All Hours foundation, both of which I'm really enjoying. So I don't want to buy, I need to use those up before I make another kind of foundation purchase, but I really like this. This is a medium to full coverage. It genuinely soaks into the skin so nicely and makes you not look so cakey. So this is a really, really beautiful foundation. I have the color light beige, which I really, really like. And then my, oh gosh, you must be so bored of me talking about the Lasting Perfection concealer from Collection. I have the shade number 2, which is Cool Medium. I have a couple of the other shades, but I think this one is best for my under eyes. And I also have the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which I've used one up of as well. It's a really, really beautiful mascara. Highly recommend it. So that is my product empties video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This is the first time I've done this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I didn't go through kind of the detail of prices and sizes in this because I just wanted to kind of chat about the products, but it's all listed in the description box below. Please go and follow me on Instagram and subscribe to this channel if you want to see more from me. I am so open to hearing new ideas of new content. So what other videos do you really like? What would you like to see me do? So please let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. See you later, guys.